And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. Off to the races we go. Today is Wednesday, halfway through the week. Spring break, that means, is halfway over for those of you who are watching from out of town. I hate to break the news to you on that. How are you today? I do hope you're feeling well as we get another day under our belt. We do know that a little bit later on we will be going live. We'll tell you about this as we will be coming to you from the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department at 11 a.m. this morning. There is a press conference. There's been an arrest. We're going to find out more from Sheriff Ward Calhoun. Oh, I said it right. That's been a struggle for me. But make sure you join us for that. That's coming up this morning at 11 o'clock. We'll bring the press conference to you live to find out what's gone on. A lot as we get that ready. Also, we're going to go over everything that's gone on locally coming up at 7. And, well, as you already know, the election results have come in. It's going to be a rematch as we head toward the fall, November. Trump versus Biden. We'll see what happens with all that. We'll tell you more about that at 7 also. Next, we'll get into your headlines that are shaping America. We may have to make an adjustment here, as I'm not sure if I've updated our message from First Baptist. If so, it'll take just a split second to fix.
It's always a good thing to have someone that'll plead your case. Though my older two boys often fight each other, there are times where they'll actually go to bat for each other.
Are you a Christian? Sometimes we can be confused about this. Maybe we grew up in a Christian community and culture, and Christianity is just our default identification. Or maybe we walked an aisle at some point in our life and prayed a prayer and got dunked in the water. But that seems so long ago and so far away. Well, Apostle John gives us a solid way to know if we are a Christian or not. The Holy Spirit says through him in 1 John 2, and by this we know that we've come to know him, if we keep his commandments. Whoever says, I know him, but does not keep his commandments is a liar, and the truth is not in him. But whoever keeps his word, in him truly the love of God is perfected. By this we may know that we are in him. Whoever says he abides in him ought to walk in the same way in which he walked. That's Jesus, right? Who walked. So there you have it. How do you know if you're a Christian? You know you're a Christian if you obey God's commandments. Now, just to be clear, obeying God's commandments doesn't make you a Christian. People are made Christians by grace alone when they put their faith alone in Jesus Christ alone. But obeying God's commandments is the result of being a Christian. Or you could say it this way, the fruit of being a Christian. It's like, how do I tell the difference between an apple tree and a peach tree? Well, I look at the fruit they produce, and that fruit tells me beyond a shadow of a doubt what the nature of that tree is. And so obeying God's commandments is the fruit on the limbs of a Christian's life. So are you a Christian? Is your life one that consistently bears Christian fruit? If not, you need to check your heart and turn to Jesus Christ. Change begins in you.
The Change Begins in You is brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, Patrick Allen Companies, Mitchell Tire and Wrecker in Collinsville, and Mowdy Cabinetry. Oh, Vero Beach, Florida. Good morning, Don. How are you doing? Hope everything's good there in Florida. Sorry about the little bit of confusion there at the beginning of that. We got it straightened out there. Good morning, Bob. It is words to live by, isn't it? As we look at headlines across America, I'm always confused by those that, in my little tiny world, there's right and there's wrong. There's others that see things different. I'm not sure what type of spectacles they look at life through, but it's different than mine. I bring up Oregon as we go to look at what's going on in Oregon this morning. Some 3 to 4 years ago, they decided that, well, they thought they would change the laws there to help other people that like drugs. No, I'm not kidding you. They made it legal to where you could possess illegal drugs. No, I'm not joking about this. They've discovered since then, since they've had so many people black out from drugs, that, well, maybe it wasn't a good decision. Oregon's drug decriminalization law is being rolled back as the homeless overdose on the sidewalks and they can't get into buildings. I'm not making this up. Y'all really should pray for these folks that live there. Maybe it's not the people that live there. Maybe it's the lawmakers that need some prayer. They need some help. I think there's many cities that have people that lead them that don't really represent the people of our nation. But that's what's going on in Oregon this morning. You've seen video. Is ruining business left and right, from California to Oregon, of all these places that make this legal. People camp out on streets. No good comes out of this. None whatsoever. We go to Las Vegas for our next story this morning. They don't know if it's a connection, but there's something going on. 3 women and a dog have been found killed in separate apartments. It's in Las Vegas as they investigate. A suspect has been taken into custody. Hopefully, well, it'll be handled correctly. There's always, when it comes to police, that small smidgen of a chance there could be somebody that, what's the word that I'm looking for, could take bribes. Well, you remember the show The Shield. It kind of focused on that, of a band of cops that took bribes and done whatever they wanted. We see that an ex-border police officer has been arrested and pleaded guilty. What did he do? He was letting people through with bribes at the border. We have, what a minute, the government is also doing that. Oh, yeah, that really is happening. Shouldn't some others be arrested? What was that about a plane that I heard this week with 320 people on it that was snuck into the United States? Ooh. We'll see, but that is it. We have someone missing in Nashville, Tennessee. A Missouri student there went with his class. He was at the Luke Bryan bar. He was asked to leave. Not sure why, but we would presume that he was being maybe a little rowdy. He told the others that he'd walked back to his hotel room. He never made it. That was on Friday night, and his parents had flown there. They're frantically searching Nashville. It was less than a mile away that he went to walk. Video surveillance shows him taking a wrong turn. They have no idea as Nashville looks for this young man. We do hope that he's found safely in the end. Doesn't sound good, and you can only imagine as a parent something like that happening. Trader Joe's, you've heard us talk about them from time to time. They've had recalls here and there. But how can something that costs $2.99 be selling for hundreds of dollars? Oh, it's happening. You know those little tote bags that, like when you go to a job fair, they hand you and you put the pencils in? It has Trader Joe's written on it. They've been made famous in TikTok videos, and now they're selling for hundreds of dollars because people feel they have to have them. TikTok's a little stronger than a lot of people realize of just how strong it is. It influences. Wendy Williams. I can remember being in radio, and Debbie went to, I think it was New York, and she got tickets to the Wendy Williams show. For those of us who are not really familiar with her, she was a talk show host. She's had some issues in the past, some very serious ones. I don't even think she's on the air now at this point. It's pretty bad. Ups and downs, so to speak. We do see that her ex-husband now is seeking 2 years of unpaid spousal support. Doesn't sound like there was a prenup mixed in with that. A lot of people have those these days. My prenup was, I'll hurt you. She been it too. I listened. Now, keep this in mind when it comes to cooking. Anybody ever have migraine headaches? Oh, do you ever had a migraine?
No, my wife gets them all.
His wife gets them all the time. Scientists, now take this for what it's worth. Seriously, because one day an egg is good for you, the next day it's bad for you. I remember after I recovered from heart surgery, the doctor sat me down and he said, no, they're going to take you over here and they're going to tell you that eggs are bad. He says, don't listen to them. He said, eat moderately, don't overdo it, and you'll be fine. And I said, thank you, doc, and I left. I'm still kicking.
You don't listen to him every day because at lunch we don't just...
Yeah, it's getting a little out of hand there. Thank you, Odie, for inviting me to lunch one too many times. They're saying that uncooked bacon can cause migraine headaches. I like it crispy to where it snaps. My wife does not. I don't like greasy bacon, but they're saying undercooked bacon could be causing this. Now, do I know if they really know what they're talking about? I don't. I'm just telling you what the headline is. Again, this could change tomorrow, and it'd be the best thing for you. But today, they're telling you that it could cause migraines. Something to put in the back of your pipe and think about later. We'll be right back as we'll turn to your weather forecast next to start this day. It's all up and coming here at the Scotty Ray Report. Y'all stay with us. We'll be right back.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, daybeds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and AquaPal windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
And welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. As we get ready for the morning show beginning at 7 o'clock, let's talk about weather. We do know that some severe weather is coming as we move into Thursday. As of currently, let's look at what's going on as we pull up radar this morning. Here we are. This is for today. We'll show that out in Sherman, Texas, and Norman, Oklahoma, a level 1. Let's move ahead to another day there. That's what we got for tomorrow. Fayetteville, Fort Smith, if you live in those areas, that's going to be a level 3 for tomorrow. Very serious tornadic activity in those areas. And then the third day out, this is what is expected in the Meridian area is a level 1. Nothing bad at this point, but a 1. It means we could have severe thunderstorms. We're going to get a lot of rain with this. There is always a slight chance where you just can't rule out that a tornadic activity could happen, but nothing major being predicted at this point. So keep this in mind. A lot of rain moving in this weekend, Thursday night into Saturday. That time frame there, as we saw last week, it was some horrific rain. So that's where we are as we look ahead to the severe weather. We are a couple of days out, and again, anything can change. We're dealing with Mother Nature. Yep, that's what is happening.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
As we turn to our weather forecast this morning, so what's going on with it? As we go back and look at our record highs and record lows, it was 1963. Sounds like a Bob Seger song, doesn't it? It was 87 today. As we look to 1993, it was cool, 24 degrees. Boy, that's been a while ago. 1993. Woo! As we look at today's high, 77. Going to be nice weather, even as it stays steady northward through Noxapater up to Columbus over to Mississippi State and down the river. Looks like it'll be basically the same across Mississippi everywhere. As we go to Bama, what's that? More 77-degree weather. I think 7 is the lucky number today. So if you've got numbers you need to pick, go with a 7. That's my betting forecast. As we look at this, again, this is what we were showing just a moment ago. The National Weather puts this out. Could have some hail, half-dollar size damaging wind gusts, and severe storms. Now, no mention of tornadic activity, as I said, but never rule anything out. It's a level 1. And again, it's west of the Meridian area. My radar showing it to be just a little bit different, but still a level 1. They'll update this in just a little while, as Alabama has already updated theirs, as you'll see this. There's no way that Meridian is not under a level 1 if Bama is. That's what's coming. As we look at the flash flooding prospect, here's what we have here. Heavy rain possible. As we saw this last week, water in places that we didn't expect it. Crossroads. I saw so many roads in Clark County that were flooded, it was scary. Keep this in mind. Don't travel through it. As we saw Barry having to go rescue people with a boat in Clark County. Barry White. Now, we got cooler temperatures going on right now this week. This is going to fade away. It's below average right now. Nice outside today, 52. I didn't freeze walking to work today. As we get to the extended forecast, 77 today, down to 54 tonight. Nice weather. Let's look at tomorrow, 81. As we get that rain shower starting to move in tomorrow night, we'll only get to 64. That 40% chance of rain there, and it'll get heavier toward daylight, increasing to a 90% chance of showers, and going back to 77. And this stays with us through the weekend. Look at this, 40, 60% Saturday and Sunday. Monday, it'll get better. It moves out, and we get back to 60-degree weather, and 34 coming in on Monday night. Now, the extended forecast takes us all the way through the 27th. Can you believe we're already looking toward the end of the month? We're holding steady at 67, 68. Then we can move back into the 70s on about the 22nd, and we'll stay there all the way through the 27th. The rain showers move back into it, but not major chances. We got a couple of days there, the 21st and the 26th, with higher expectations. We'll watch that very closely in between now and then. So what's happening with the fishing forecast? Feel like you got to go 77-degree weather? It's going to be perfect, kind of calm? Well, let's look at it. Here we go. And I didn't change Wednesday. Yeah, I did. Today is Wednesday. Our major time to go today is going to be 4 o'clock this afternoon. Should be good. And I was going to say dark, but wait a minute. It's daylight at 6 o'clock now. So have fun till about 7:30 or so. Eventually, it will make it to where it's almost daylight at 9 o'clock at night. Won't it be wonderful? You'll get more done, more weed eating done. I know you're really looking forward to that. The wind's going to be light southwest, becoming 5 to 10 this morning. That's a brief look at that. Coming up, we're going to find out what's going on at the Meridian Little Theater. Oh, another play. Ooh, Suspects. We'll find out all about that coming up at the top of the hour. Won't you join us? We've got all of your local news, everything that's going on in the community, we'll be here to tell you about. Things are a little calmer this week as we are on spring break. There's not as much traffic. Have you driven around and noticed that? It's not backed up at every red light right now because everybody's sitting on a beach somewhere singing a Blake Shelton song. I've seen your comments. I know where y'all are. We'll be right back with all your headlines. Up and coming here at the Scotty Ray Report.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.